Hello and welcome to Grind My Gears Greyhound Style, brought to you in association with Delwood Greyhounds and Get Home Greyhounds, the very best of British breeding. Now we've got a lot to get through this week, so we're going to delve straight into the action. And this week, what's mostly been grinding my gears is the UK racing system. I consider myself to be very lucky and fortunate to have raced in both Ireland and the United Kingdom. And for me, there is no comparison. The Irish system may not be perfect, but it is far superior to the United Kingdom's. Now, welfare is an important issue when looking at the systems, and if you look at it, surely if in the UK if we had an open kennel system, surely welfare would improve. Which greyhounds overall get the best care and attention? From the family with a couple out back, or from the professional trainer with 70 plus dogs? If you were a greyhound, where would you rather live? I know where I would. Give the sport back to the people, smash down barriers and unite the greyhound community. Tracks should be competing for greyhounds, not relying on the production line that's already in place. When you own a graded dog in the UK, you have very little say in when your dog actually runs, never mind anything else. Give this control back to the people who go and buy the greyhound. They should be in control, should know when it's going to run and where it can run at and things like that. When you own a greyhound, it should be able to run at any stadium, in any race relating to its ability. Owners get fed up, in my opinion, going to the same track all the time. It gets stale, and that's what's wrong with the sport. It's gone stale. Breathe life back into the sport and have an open kennel system. Get people wanting to become involved in the sport again, instead of spending a load of money buying a dog, handing it over, and then having very little say in what actually happens with that dog. It is crazy. That's one of the biggest problems for me why the sport is not reaching its full potential. It's a dream, but I'd love one day to see stakes in the United Kingdom. Even if it's like an A5 stake with dogs coming all over competing. Surely that's what can happen. I know it's a dream and I know it's a long way off, but it can happen. You've got people out there like Bill Webster, massive experience on times and things like that. All these tracks can be graded. And something else as well is when a dog does a time, you should know what grade it's going to go in. Not have to rely on the racing manager to tell you, well, it's going in this. Two dogs do exactly the same time. One goes in A3, one goes in A5. How do you work that out? It's crazy. And it's time that this sport was handing back to the people and let us build it up. Let us rise from the ashes and get the sport booming once again. So that's what's been grinding my gears this week. I'd just like to say a massive thank you to Elaine Wood, who owns Delwood Grounds. She's been getting some stick, The aunties have been sending her emails left, right and centre saying this about me, that about me. Shouldn't have the platform to be able to do this on her website and things like that. But Elaine likes the show and she supports it, and I'm sure we won't let the aunties grind us down. Well, not too much anyway. Tune in next week to find out what's been grinding my gears. I'm It Lives It. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week.